Shakespeare once wrote, "Be fire with fire, threaten the threatener, and out face the brow of bragging horror." But what does this have to do with the current COVID-19 pandemic? Let's get curious. This is SARS-CoV-2, the virus that has kept us all in our homes these past couple of months. And while it certainly is spreading rapidly, science would actually not consider it alive. Viruses are not like the cells you and I have. They don't have organelles like this powerhouse of the cell, and they don't have any nuclei either. All they have are packets of DNA, but without protein-making ribosomes, there's not a lot they can do. This is why we don't consider viruses alive. They need other living cells to be able to reproduce. By attaching themselves to living cells, they can inject their DNA into the cells to make copies of the virus, filling the cell so much that it eventually explodes, releasing the virus. So what does this have to do with fighting fire with fire? Well, to figure that out, we're going to have to go all the way back to 2008. Scientists were investigating a giant virus called virus, named because it appears to mimic microorganisms with its large size, large amount of DNA, and proteins thought to only be found in living things. If that alone didn't bring into the question whether viruses were alive, scientists found this. This is the Sputnik Virophage. It is a virus that infects other viruses. And yes, I know, it's extremely meta. When the virus is infecting amoebas, the Sputnik Virophage attaches itself to the virus, injecting its DNA into the virus, which in turn injects its DNA into the amoeba, causing it to explode with little Sputniks. So what does this mean for COVID-19? Well, since 2008, many more virophages have been discovered, and while so far they only attack giant viruses, it's only a matter of time before we find one that attacks the viruses we get sick from, and that might be the key. When we create a vaccine, a lot of research goes into it. There's figuring out how to raise a virus in a lab, concentrating it, and possibly years of gene sequencing, all to figure out how to weaken the virus so that instead of killing us, our immune system now knows how to fight it. If we were to use virophages, it would go a little bit more like this. We would first sequence the genome of the virophage. Then we would use genetic engineering to tell the virophage to attack a specific disease-causing virus. Once it latches onto the virus, we would then use the virophage to tell the main cell to die before any new viruses can be created. While this may seem just as complicated as vaccine making, the beauty of using virophages is their reusability. Because virophages already know how to attack viruses, the only thing that needs to be changed about them is their target. The process of stopping a pandemic goes from a timed strategic game of chess to a simple point and click. I'll never get used to that. Thank you for watching. Here are my sources, and don't forget to stay curious.